Now, can you believe it's been 25 years since today's guest first caught our attention in the hit film Coyote Ugly? Frankie's got it on repeat, apparently. Adam Garcia went on to have a long career in the West End, and he is back for more in a brooding new role. Here to tell us more, please welcome Adam Garcia. Excellent. Adam, we're teasing everyone about this brooding new role, but it is, of course, in the Bodyguard, which is a fantastic musical. Were you a fan of it?
The musical or the movie?
Well, both.
Yeah, I was a big fan of the movie, of course, and I actually worked with Mick Jackson, who directed it a couple of years later in another film, and so I was like asking him all about, you know, getting to work with Whitney Houston and Kevin Costner.
But you're not singing or dancing in this version on stage.
No, so I remember seeing the musical, and it is fantastic. Obviously, Whitney Houston, music and singing and dancing, the wazoo, me, nothing. I do nothing. I just Bodyguard. So it's actually a really interesting...
And how is that for you? Because, of course, you know, you have many talents, but they're certainly in singing and dancing.
Yeah, so I think, I mean, look, Sidani Smith, who's playing Rachel Marin, can absolutely belt out those songs. So I'm glad I'm not competing with that in that respect. But I think I am going to be jealous when all the dancers get to do the choreography, and Frank Farmer is not part of that world, so he doesn't sing and he doesn't dance, and he can't look like he sings or dances. So that weird, bad dancing. So
it's quite emotional. I must tell you, by the way, there's a lady in a pink cardigan sitting there in the middle who's been so excited since the minute you came into the studio that you were here. And another lady said to me, she went to see you in Saturday Night Fever, and I've got to give you her message because she just said, you're a great mover on stage.
Well, thank you very much. Yes.
So I wanted to ask you, when you do something like Saturday Night Fever, of which there's a lot of history, how long does it take you to perfect that kind of dancing?
Normally just the rehearsal period, about 6 weeks.
Really?
Yeah.
To do all those moves, all those gyrations.
Years of training, isn't it?
I mean, it's just, what gyration's a gyration, you just repeat.
And how long have you been doing them?
My gyration?
Yes.
I didn't keep a calendar, unfortunately.
I don't know, this is starting to sound a bit seedy, isn't it, really?
But your role in the Bodyguard, you're not singing dances, but you are on the whole time, aren't you?
That's, we've just started rehearsals, and I was talking to Tracy, the director, and she showed me, and you read the script, and I'm like, oh, I've got lots of breaks, and she's like, oh, no, you are never off. So he's like the thread that holds this show together while all this chaos happens, and he's got to sort of figure it out.
Yeah. I'm wondering if you'll be tempted, though, sort of backstage, to be dancing a bit as well, because there's nothing like the joy, and the dancing is great on this, right? For people that are thinking about going to see this, this is like...
It is full on and
top
full
dollar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I'll never be backstage, so it's one of those things I'll be like, just keep still.
Don't
just
tap your foot, whatever you do.
Nothing, click out of time.
Gloria was mentioning Saturday Night Fever, of course, amazing soundtrack by the Bee Gees, and I believe you got the chance to speak with them at one point?
Yeah, a number of times. They would come, obviously, to rehearsals and things like that, and they were incredibly gracious and humble and generous. And, you know, I was very young.
Gosh.
And I...
You haven't aged much, I have to say. You're doing well.
It's the lights and the makeup artists. But it was. I do remember this one time where we were doing Immortality, which is actually not in the original film, but it's a big song by Celine Dion. And it's, you know, it's the big number. And I was like... Can I? And they were there, and we were recording it in the studio, like going through some stuff. And I was like, could we just change, like in my youthful hubris, could we change these lyrics? It would just make more sense for the note of the character.
No.
And I saw Arlene Phillips just be like... and Barry Gibb went, actually, yeah, that sounds like a much better idea. And I was just like, and so he was, you know, about making a story out of the song, and because he writes amazing stories, emotive stories.
And writers normally don't want their lyrics changed, do they?
Absolutely not. And so now I look back at it, I was like, oh, why did I even ask that?
The joy of you. 3 geniuses, and you question them. I love
that. Yeah, you know what could be better?
I have to ask about Coyote Ugly, because these guys haven't seen it.
No.
And I feel like it is a rite of passage. I'm going to make you all watch
Play the movie.
We're old. We're old. I'm going to watch it with my teenage daughters.
Do you think there would ever be a sequel?
I know that Tyra Banks has been talking about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's... Look, I think there's room... Look, Freaky Friday, Freakier Friday, that was 22 years.
Yeah.
So, I mean... I can't see why not. It's a really good story.
It was a good story.
Yeah.
Have your children watched it? And do you think are they toe tappers?
They're definitely toe tappers. They're 7 and 10, so
No, they
it's
haven't
not
watched it.
quite the age to
because
watch.
I haven't watched it.
Yeah, haven't watched that yet.
Yeah.
Are they
But yeah,
caught up in Wicked? Because, of course, it's having a huge new moment, and you were an original cast member, weren't you?
I was the original Fiyero in London, and it's an amazing show. And yeah, my daughters are absolutely about Wicked. Like, it couldn't have been played more.
Yeah.
In the
I'm
film,
thinking that-
there I am with Adina. There it is.
I was also thinking that the discipline for doing stage, as you are now with the Bodyguard, must be so different to your film work. It's just a different discipline altogether, isn't it?
It is absolutely. I mean, often, you know, you get a rehearsal period with theatre. Quite often you don't get rehearsal periods with film or TV. You're just like, and this is your wife who you're getting divorced for. Hello, how do you do? And scene.
Yeah.
So it's, and you shoot out of order. You could shoot the last scene in the first week. And so it takes a lot more individual and personal preparation for film work, whereas I in a way, almost prefer rehearsing for theatre because you get to meet the people and start these relationships and discover.
But not much more time for rehearsal because the UK tour starts on September the 20th. It's virtually a year long, so you are going to be a very, very busy bodyguard. Adam Garcia, everyone.
Thank you.